great information. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys know about the different levels of popularity for the types of learning management systems in Texas?
I believe for the most part, they're pretty similar to national, right? You have folks like Blackboard, who's pretty well known nationally. Google Classroom has certainly trended upward across the country. I believe that's the case in Texas as well, particularly because they were already involved with Google by itself has always had a pretty strong play in the K-12 space. I think the expansion to Google Classrooms to allow for more content delivery was a pretty popular one. Canvas is well known. Admittedly, there are some that I've been made aware of that I'm not as familiar with, like K-Cloud and Schoology. But I do believe the big ones, Blackboard, Google Classroom, and Canvas, are ones that we have seen a great deal of familiarity with.
Okay. I think lastly is the popularity of the different video conferencing platforms in Texas. I know obviously Zoom's going to be up there, but how do you guys compare?
We are absolutely making up ground. Zoom is very well known because Zoom carved out a niche in this space several years ago. When you think of what Zoom did, Zoom went to market as a video conferencing solution. They worked very closely with schools for several years. It was a standalone product. They partnered with folks like RingCentral to be the video component for other providers. So it's not surprising to see they have a good deal of popularity, although it's admittedly taken quite a hit in terms of popularity versus usage recently as well. They were well positioned, they were in place. For 8x8, not really having decoupled our meetings until this past January, we're pretty proud of where we stand. As a matter of fact, I believe pre-COVID, we were roughly at 750,000 users a month on just our standalone meetings, and we're well north of 50 million users now. So we're certainly getting a lot of mind share and market share. Once people see what we're actually offering and what we can do comparatively, a lot of people are migrating to us very quickly. We've seen a huge spike and certainly in usage in our product as a standalone. But I do know that certainly Zoom is out to a big head start on us. But we're definitely finding when we have an at-bat or an opportunity to talk to somebody, the differentiation between us and them oftentimes is leading them to pick us.
It's definitely impressive from the beginning of the year till now, your ability to scale your platform to support that significant growth of users. So it's definitely something that a lot of people are looking at as they're looking into this market and the different platforms that are out there, is how reliable those solutions are. So
yeah, I think if you look back, again in January when we first started offering the solution, we offered a pretty significant stake in the ground. We said our offer is free. There's no time limit, right? There's no encryption limit on our free service. Our free service was, in fact, our pro service with reductions only in things like vanity names and so forth. When COVID hit, we actually got a pretty strong following because there were limitations on others. Zoom had a 40-minute limitation on their free meetings. That's kind of a weird amount of time. Zoom is now offering that they're not going to provide encryption on their free version. We're absolutely going to provide free encryption on our free version. So we're certainly sticking to what we believe in, even as we're scaling, right? And understandably on the free stuff, we're making significant investments to be able to scale and provide help in this situation. But we think that that's the right thing for us to be doing.
No. Well, Ron, I really appreciate your time today and sharing all the wealth of knowledge you have on your platform and also competitors and just the overall marketplace in general and what's going on out there in the world. So thanks again.
Absolutely. Look forward to it and look forward to working with you. I'm going to stop the recording. Thanks, guys.